If you are a founder-led business, this may be the single most important piece of content that you watch this year. Reason being, over the next 10 minutes, I break down with a client how we were able to take them from a local brick and mortar men's health clinic in Tampa, Florida with no customers to a nationwide 8-figure telehealth company collaborating with people like Dan Bilzerian, Alex Eubank, Clavicular, even James Fishback, primarily because of social media content. With that being said, take out your notepad because this video may completely reshape the way you think about your business's marketing strategy.
The original vision for Overtime when we first launched was very traditional business, right? Brick and mortar locations, build one up, build another one an hour away after about 18 months, and then create a rinse and repeat process. We wanted to go more the McDonald's route. At the time, the biggest thing was how we were gonna get customers in the door was the biggest struggle, because we had a small network here in Tampa, but we didn't really know enough people to have really great word of mouth. We had all these expenses, but we didn't know, if we were gonna be able to have the customer flow.
Before working with Lighthouse, our content and marketing was pretty limited. We were posting still graphic images for Overtime to try to get the branding on board. The images don't look bad, and I still don't think they look bad, but they weren't getting the reach that we want to do. When Lighthouse first pitched the idea of Jacob and I, who are the owners of Overtime, and just being the full brand and being the face of the business, at first we were a little hesitant just because we knew ourselves we weren't medical providers or medical professionals.
I had a warped perception where I thought, okay, we're gonna be doing things like hormones, a lot of treatments for older guys. They're gonna wanna see an older guy. So we were thought about having a spokesperson.
After a little bit of convincing, we decided to go gung-ho on it, balls to the wall. This is when we got our first video that got 23 million views, our first viral video. It was quite shocking to notice or see that people outside of our realm of who we knew were starting to recognize us. We were getting in more conversations more frequently out in public. I'm talking the grocery store, when you're on walks, when you're at restaurants, when you're out with friends, out at bars at night. We were getting recognized left and right, and then that would naturally spark the conversation on, hey, what is it that you actually do? Or like, hey, I saw you did a video on this, and then naturally engaging in a conversation about what we provide here at Overtime. Those people convert, and they're some of our highest and longest standing clients at our business. Those lead to referrals, those referrals have already seen the new stuff we've been putting out, so it's a snowball effect that's helped grow everything. All started with one video.
Our goal was to get to 1,000 followers by the end of 2024. I think we finished 2024 around like 36K, so that was good.
On the personal brand, I've brought in about 25 to 26,000 followers in the last 6-7 months. And as far as views go, this might not be exact, but I think we've brought in close to 40 million views so far in the past 7 months when all things are considered. So I like to say attention today is the new currency. And if you don't have eyeballs, you're essentially going to be the world's best kept secret. So the best thing that we've done is partner with someone like Lighthouse, for others, and Anthony, because they've allowed us to take our personalities into some form of content strategy that allows us to get the reach that we've got.
I can tell you from working in other medical practices that have essentially no online presence and nobody recognizes you. They don't really know who we are, what we're about. It's very exhilarating, number one, and number two, it's very reaffirming that we're making a difference in people's lives, that we're getting recognized for the good we're doing rather than just trying to, run a business but nobody knows who you are.
We just got the report back the other day. I think 25% of our total sales volume has come from paid ads. The other 75% of our total volume, which we're up to close to multiple 6 figures per month at this point now, in just 8 months, has come from organic content. Organic content in the form of people naturally organically seeing the video on their feed. And also when people share our videos towards group chats on social media, that helps a ton. Specifically, the guys group chats. One thing Anthony and Lighthouse has done super well for us is create videos that guys want to share in their own group chats, naturally. So a guy sees our video, he thinks it's funny, he's gonna share it in his group chat with 12 to 15 other guys that most likely live in the same city that he lives in. So that's helped us tremendously because guys, they'll come in groups now, all wanting to get their levels checked and all wanting to hop on a treatment plan, all from one person seeing it. So we're really able to kill a ton of birds with one stone here, but our business has grown at an exponential rate that wouldn't have happened otherwise because of all the content we put out there. So the influencer collaborations with Overtime came about from these influencers naturally just seeing our organic content, being either inspired by it or laughing at it, and then them sending us a message as opposed to the other way around, talking about how they loved our content, right? Right now we've got Dan Bilzerian, we've got Alex Eubank, we've got a bunch of others that have already reached out that we are going to be doing collaborations with. Because the cool part about this stuff is you post a video and you're located in Tampa, there's no telling where it's going to go or how well it's going to do or who's going to see it. You have to know that there's eyeballs behind those views, and some of those eyeballs can be very prominent, important people.
I have friends back home in West Virginia who are messaging me, oh my gosh, is so-and-so your patient? Oh my gosh, I saw somebody post, you were their doctor here. What's that like? What are they like in person? It's kind of exciting to think that, you can work with celebrities or be a celebrity doctor, but also actually make an impact on these people's lives and help them, because everybody needs help.
So we would have never been able to get in a position like we are now with telehealth and launching more online services had it not been for the content, because we would have had no reason to. We would have kept going the route we were headed, which was opening up more locations, because that's the only model we knew. The only reason that we're able to now have this massive expansion and be a nationwide company is because the whole country has seen our videos before.
I used to think marketing was you make an ad for a video and then it has to be some sort of politically correct, or you can't use swear words, or you can't really talk about the same stuff you talk about behind the scenes. Now the way I look at content and strategy and marketing is there has to be some sort of a reason for someone to follow you. You have to have some level of personality. I think about 5 to 10 years ago, you could get away with doing all the special effects and the graphics and then have that be the reason your video does well. I think in 2025 and onwards, if you don't have a personality, or if you aren't highlighting or showcasing your personality and how you do things, you don't have a brand, you're gonna find it really hard to grow. And one thing that Lighthouse has helped tremendously is allowing us to build upon our personalities. We're not different on camera. If you come meet me in person, you're gonna find that I'm almost the same exact person that I am on the videos, but I wouldn't have never had the idea to make videos like that had not been for their strategy that they provided us. One of the best parts about what we're doing now with everything relating to content is the fact that because our social media presence is so elevated, our authority goes astronomical through the roof. I mean, I'm talking even down to like banks lending us money. The ones that have seen our content, they think the business is a lot bigger than it is. And I like to always go fake it till you make it, right? Pitching an idea to someone on your business and having them truly believe in you when you're first getting started out is super tough. However, a lot of people think we've been in business for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years because of the content strategy. So this is allowing us to get in rooms we never would have gotten before, and also open up a lot more opportunities that never would have presented themselves had we not had that social media presence. I know a lot of friends of mine that own businesses, whether they're solopreneurs or entrepreneurs, that hire marketing firms that absolutely rotate through them like crazy. They're finding a new one every 2 or 3 months.
I mean, so many of these companies are out there saying, I can help you go viral, I can help you get famous. And then you go to their pages or their personal pages, and they've got 500 or 1,000 or 2,000 followers. Versus working directly with Anthony at Lighthouse, he's got a TikTok page with 2 million followers. He's got the Instagram following, and he's got videos that get over 50 million views on his own page.
So now he has the authority to actually tell his clients exactly what works and what doesn't work. And he's constantly evolving himself. He knows that he didn't just pop out all the answers. He's constantly researching new things, new trends, and new ways of doing things to constantly evolve. So every single time we do a shoot, things are changing because the algorithms and the social media platforms are changing. Anthony brings that to the shoots.
If another business is thinking about working with my agency, what would you say to them?
Oh man. If another business was considering working with Lighthouse, I would say they would be the biggest idiot if they didn't go all in on it.
I would say if you can afford it, it is the best ROI you can get.
The return on investment for what we've gotten on what we've spent with Lighthouse is astronomical. So if you are a business owner and you are not utilizing, whether it be Lighthouse or any other agency that knows what they're doing, and I'll tell you now, finding the ones that know what they're doing is a dime a dozen. So if you get the opportunity to be on this website watching this right now, give Anthony a shot. I promise you, you will not disappoint, and it's changed our entire lives for the better.
To someone who is skeptical about the power of organic content or making themselves the face of the brand, it's gonna come down to 2 things. Are you afraid of it or embarrassed, or do you actually think it's a bad business move? If you're afraid of it or embarrassed, that's a mental block. If you think it's a bad business move, you just haven't been around long enough yet. Both of these, were us at one point. There is no reason not to just dive in head first and make yourself the face of the brand, because it is going to produce you more money. So at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, do you want to feel cool and not embarrassed, or do you want to make more money in your business?
Anthony and Lighthouse's role in the business today primarily lies on the content strategy, right? Not even just for the business, but also for personal branding. I message Anthony dozens of times throughout the week with either video ideas or harsh critiques on the videos that I'm currently making for my personal branding. and he's always there every step of the way with detailed responses and answers. I would describe it at this point like a genuine business partner, because Anthony has a vetted interest in our business. He knows that as we grow, he's going to grow himself, and that there is room or opportunity for adding more people in the mix as they make sense. And because he's so directly involved with everything we're doing, he knows a lot of things about the business that others wouldn't know. I'd like to consider him in the sense of business partner in this aspect.
And then last question, what's been your favorite moment since this all started?
One defining moment? That's tough. We have a lot of good moments. I'd like to say the most defining moment was meeting up together in Las Vegas to go film and shoot and treat Dan Bilzerian. And it's really where we all realize, like, holy crap, like, this stuff is real. Now it's not just likes on a phone. Now it's I'm at Dan Bilzerian's mansion giving him a treatment.
All because he saw a video that Anthony made for us.
Anthony and Lighthouse have really helped take this to a level we never thought was possible before. So that's a great moment.